am Jen Ritchie, and this is Wildlife Conversations, a place where we share our photography stories and build community outside of social media. Plus, you'll gather lots of photography tips and tricks along the way. So please follow or subscribe, and don't forget to share this podcast with a nature-loving friend. I also want to thank Robert's Camera for helping make this podcast possible. You can visit them at robertscamera.com and find an exclusive contact and coupon code for the Wildlife Conversations family in the description. Okay, so let's get to our episode tonight. My guests have been photographing together as a couple for the past 10 years. Their adventures have taken them to places like Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Parks, Patagonia, and Alaska. From pumas and bears to wolves and owls, their stunning images not only exemplify the beauty they've seen, but the friendships they have made along the way. Community and the friends they've made doing this craft have become a meaningful part of their lives and a lesson that photography can come at just the right time. Apparently, one of them is the fun one, and one of them is the researcher with a possible photographic memory. So let's find out which is which. From Southeast Wisconsin, I am happy to welcome Doug and Erika Rettig. Hi, guys. Welcome.
Hi, Jen. Thank you so much. What a very, very kind introduction.
Yes. I was so excited to ask you guys. I was telling you beforehand that we seem to have like mutual internet friends and some personal friends. And so I kept thinking, I think these are like my kind of people. These are the kind of people I want to have on. So I'm so thankful you said yes. And I'm really excited to learn more about you guys, and just glad to see your faces and sort of meet in person.
We're honored to be part of the community for sure. So thank you.
Yes. Well, people are already saying hello in the chat. So if you want to say hello to Erika and Doug, you can say hi in the chat. We've got Scott and Jackie, Carl, Mike, Gwen. Am I skipping people? Jenny. Thanks everybody for saying hi, and tell us where you're listening from. If you have questions, you can put them in the Q&A box, and we're going to get to those later. So any burning questions you have for Erika and Doug, you can ask. And then also, if you happen to have Twizzlers handy, we are going to do something with Twizzlers at the end. So just in case you might have some Halloween candy already there, or grab your Twizzlers or whatever candy you have, and we're going to have some candy at the end. But so you're based in Southeast Wisconsin. That's right.
Yep.
And I was telling you that I spent 3 years in Janesville, Wisconsin, which is very strange for me because I was like a Southern Illinois girl, very Southern influenced. So when I moved to Wisconsin, they thought I talked really funny. I got made fun of a little bit by students and other teachers. But that's okay. That's okay. It's all right, you Wisconsin people, Northern, so I can do Northern too. But
we're actually from Illinois originally.
You are? Okay, so that's where I'm from originally. Where are you from originally in Illinois?
The northern suburbs.
Yeah, that's where my husband is from. He's from the northwest suburbs. So I think my accent has sort of tamed itself once I met him, because his family also thought I was like from the South. So I'm from like below Southern Illinois University. I don't know where if you guys know where that is. SIU, way down there. So I'm like 20 minutes from there. So we're all Illinois people. Yeah, that's cool. Midwest. Yeah. So this is not your full-time job, right, Doug? You guys do this full-time, wildlife photography?
Oh, I wish.
We wish.
Yeah.
Just a passionate hobby.
Yeah. Erika, so you have other things you do. This is your hobby. Yes.
Yep. Both of us have full-time jobs.
Yeah.
More than full-time jobs. And we just do this in our spare time as much as possible.
And I think that's refreshing for people listening, because I think that people get intimidated if I have just like professionals on, which we definitely don't. We have a lot of people that are like hobbyists. We have people that are like in between, and then we've had like professionals. So I think it's really refreshing to hear, like, I feel like everyday people, that just love this so much. So I'm glad to hear your story and have that represented. So
we're definitely everyday people. We fall into the everyday people.
So I am curious, like, do you have things that you can shoot locally in Wisconsin? Because I know that all three of us like to get out other places. But what do you find in Wisconsin?
So we're pretty fortunate. We live in like a wetlands marsh area.
Hmm.
We have a lot of stuff come through. Unfortunately, we
Hmm.
don't get a great opportunity to photograph it just because it's so marshy. It's hard to get to everything. But
Yeah.
a lot of stuff around us, eagles, foxes, coyotes,
Oh,
uh,
that's nice.
owls. So
Yeah.
let's say locally kind of focus on foxes, owls, stuff like
Yeah. What kinds of owls do you have there?
in our yard, we have great horned and eastern screech owls.
No way. That is crazy.
A lot of barred owls,
Uh-huh.
wintertime, snowy owls,
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
stuff like
That's
that.
really nice. I feel like I don't have many foxes at all, but I do have some coyotes and lots of bird migration coming through and some owls, usually in our nature preserves. But yeah, I wondered if our Midwest animals were kind of the same. So a little bit. Yeah. I have found foxes once, but it's really hard here. So you said photography, Erica, came at the right time and has been a blessing.
Yeah.
So how did you find wildlife photography?
So we always traveled before we got married. We always traveled to national parks
Hmm.
prior to getting married. On our honeymoon, we went to Yellowstone and Grand Tetons during our honeymoon. Still hadn't really picked up a camera. We were sharing a camera at the time, had a little kit camera.
Yeah.
Showed up at Grand Teton and Yellowstone's thinking that we were prepared. We see all these people with giant lenses.
Is it crazy?
Like, what the heck are we doing? Took a time out during our honeymoon, drove to Bozeman to go buy a used lens. Thought we were big spenders at the time, spending like $275, I think it was, on a
Yeah.
little 100 to 300 lens that we
Yes.
bought for this kit camera at the time. So we come back, we think we're doing better. I think we all know how we were really doing at the time. So we finish out our honeymoon, come back home, and this is really what has kicks off our, photography journey. At the same time, we are, for me personally, we're going through a fertility struggle in our life, and this has just given me something to really open up this door of passion for mine. So
Mm-hmm.
the following year, we head back to the Yellowstone and Grand Tetons. We have a photography workshop with Steve Mathis at the time. Now we're both equipped with our own D500s.
Yes.
I think we've figured out how to use them. We sit down at this workshop with Steve, and he asks us, are you, new to photography? We say, yeah, but we know how to use our cameras. And with so much confidence in the world, tell him we're shooting an automatic. And he
Yeah.
looks at us and he says, huh, interesting. What kind of camera? D500s. And I hand him over our camera and he tells us, actually, your camera does not have an automatic setting, it's your priority. And
Well,
I really tell him, great, we know less than nothing then. Pull it back to the beginning. So that's where we started from, knowing
that's hilarious. Our stories sound very similar, very
yeah,
similar. Because I mean, I remember pulling up in 2018 and just being like, "What the heck? What kinds of lenses are these?" You know, because
yeah.
I thought those were just like for National Geographic people.
Oh yeah. So we've come a long way. So now
Yeah.
we both have our own setups. We have two
Yeah.
of everything. We don't share
Yeah.
anything except for batteries when I run out, and then
Yeah.
Doug is all there. So that's pretty much the only thing we share, I think.
Yeah.
But that's just,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
design.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I was gonna say, I think I'd probably have to be the same way. My husband doesn't shoot, but I would not want to be sharing. Yeah. So I remember when you do a workshop with Steve, he sends you a little questionnaire beforehand. And I remember it was like, what level are you? Like, are you beginner? Are you pro or whatever? And I remember putting like advanced beginner. I didn't remember, like, I didn't know what to put, because you up against people like that, you're like, I
Mhm.
don't tiny beginner. I don't know. But like
Got
that's the
us,
first
right?
thing he told me was shoot an aperture priority. So he moved me off manual to aperture priority back then. So you were already there.
What's
I
what's funny about that trip too is after we learned we weren't in auto mode, I had a 600 in my bag,
Yeah.
and we went shooting with them the next morning, and I didn't even take it out because I was embarrassed. when he dropped us back off, he's like, "What's in the bag?" And I told him a 600, and he's like, "Well, why weren't you shooting with it?"
Yeah, why didn't you get it out? Yeah, that's hilarious. I mean, he's like the last person to be embarrassed in front of, but like it's just intimidating anybody with that kind of skill when you're starting. But so you guys shoot Nikon now, right? You're Nikon?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Everybody's Nikon, I swear. Like, am I the only Canon person? Sometimes it feels like it. So you don't share anything. So I'm interested in this dynamic. Like, is it competitive? Is it supportive? Is it a little mix of both? A good, like a fun kind of competitive sometimes? Or how do you?
It's a mix of both. Like
A little bit of.
You do?
super competitive. Like we both want to have the better shot, and
Yeah.
I think we both get very different shots. Doug is very tall. He is 6'7". I'm 5'5".
wow.
And
Oh,
so
yeah.
even if you're shooting from the exact same spot, we get very different perspectives on things.
Yeah.
So it ends up being really, we will look at our pictures side by side and sometimes be like, what? How did you get that?
That is interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah. How is that like a 6'7" guy getting down low, Doug? Like on your stomach and everything? That has got to be a lot of work.
get older, it's harder.
Yes, exactly. I know. That's the problem. That's the problem. I know. I'm worried about my knees already. I just like got down at my niece's soccer game and got back up, and I'm like, this is not gonna be good for the Tetons. What is happening? What is happening? So, so you find like if you're, have you ever found yourself out in the field, Doug, and like you see Erika do something and you're like, I am just so proud of her. I'm gonna make him say it, Erika.
The answer is yes, Doug.
The answer is
Also,
yes.
like I will say, when we went to do the bear camp with Scott and Jackie, she didn't talk to me for like a month leading up to that. And I couldn't figure out why, but as we got closer, I started to understand like camping,
Yeah.
bathroom, showers, a little bit more,
Yeah.
complicated.
Yeah.
Right. I think after we completed that trip and saw like she thrived, as she would say, and survived. Like that made me
They need
proud.
to have t-shirts, honestly. Scott and Jackie should have t-shirts that say that. You can survive, thrive, and survive.
Survived and survived.
Yeah, bear camp. Yes, they should. Because I feel the same way. I want to go, and I'm just a little scared. I'm scared.
Don't be scared, Jen. I did not grow up, so
Yeah.
Scott and Jackie can put me on their payroll now. Cute payroll. I joke, but truly, I did not grow up camping. I didn't grow up doing any of this. I was not sure what I was in for, and it was such a great experience. If actually, right now there's a podcast or a YouTube video out by Nate and Kara where Scott and Jackie are featured, and it is exactly what you will experience at bear camp. So, it's a great it's a great preview into what you.
Yeah. And with people that you trust, you know what I mean? That adds to it. It's not like it's just a random group or random people. You're going to go with the best and you're going to trust, that's why you're like, kind of like you can have open hands and do it, but it is a little scary. So what are things, Erika, that you feel like in yourself that besides the bear camp, like, have you had to step out in fear and be proud of yourself afterwards? Like that you're doing these things?
I think so. I think that there's been a bunch of stuff I just didn't grow up doing any of this stuff. And so there have been a lot of these experiences where it's all been new. And luckily I am married to someone who does such great research and really helps me plan and get prepared and forces me to lay out stuff like way, way, way in advance and forces me to be very prepared for what we're entering into. And so I can have a great time when we go and do this stuff.
Yeah,
and
that really helps. That really helps. So,
and it changes you as a person when you can go and do things outside of your comfort zone. And
I think so too.
Stronger in a lot of different areas of your life when you're able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, who knew loving wildlife and then picking up a camera could be all of that? That's what's so interesting to me is like, it's just a camera, but is it? It's not really. Like you said, it was a blessing at the right time. It's like creates this beauty that you didn't know you could create. It makes you care about those animals, and you get to be a stronger, like, better person. It's so interesting to me, that side of it. So
And you're
interesting.
doing this with a group of people who are
Right.
all experiencing the same phenomenon at the same time,
Yeah.
bonds you in this way that is completely unexpected. And
Yes.
you end up having these friendships that are lifelong friendships that are even hard to explain, the bonds that you have with these people. It's very special.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about that. How has photography changed friendship and community for you? I mean, it seems like it's huge. I just watched your last trip you guys took. You went to Alaska with a really tight group of people. And so how has that changed in the last 10 years? Can you see, like, if you charted it, can you see how it's different? What do you think, Doug?
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, the friendships we've made at bear camp or like the last trip, even when we went to Patagonia,
Yeah.
and those are people that I think we see 2 to 3 times a year, and maybe we'll go out of our way if they come in town to go have dinner with them,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's just for an hour or something like that. So
Yeah.
uh, I think it's been very important, and we enjoy it.
Yeah.
And we did a lot of solo traveling, doing
Mhm.
wildlife stuff for many, many years. Probably the first, I don't know, 5 or 6 years when we were doing photography. And really, it was our second trip to Alaska when we were with car photography. On
Mhm.
that trip, it really changed kind of the trajectory of the types of trips that we wanted to do, the people that we wanted to be around, and we really felt the importance of being in those small groups with certain types of people.
Mhm.
Those
Mhm.
friendships are so, so important.
Yeah. I try to tell people that, like, at first I felt so lonely in wildlife photography, and that's one of the reasons why I asked for a workshop, because it just was like, I'm so lonely. I don't have anyone here in Indiana to teach me wildlife photography, and no one's talking the same way I am. And then it just takes time to build, and you find a few people, and then you can talk about what you want to talk about. And when you share that same love, I think that's part of the bond, is because you share this crazy addiction. And I did say that after I went to Alaska this last time. I was like, it is just crazy how fast a team of a group of humans can become a team and like a little family.
Yes.
It's crazy. Each trip is like that. It's so interesting to me. And then you're like, we have to leave each other? I don't want to leave each other. So how many times have you been to Alaska?
4 or 5, 4,
Four.
I think.
Oh, wow. What different parts have you visited?
The first year we went up to the Kenai Peninsula and spent a lot of time in Homer.
Mm-hmm.
The second year we went and did a trip with car photography.
Mm-hmm.
The next year we went with Scott and Jackie, and then we went back with Scott and Jackie again this year.
Yeah, yeah. Let me share some of your photos of Alaska, because I know I have some. Okay, let's do this one first, because then I want you guys to share the wolf story for sure. But oh no, sorry, this is not working. No, don't do this. Okay, let me try that one more time. I can see it, but it's not coming up. Oh,
I think
good.
it's kind of funny. The first time we went to Alaska, we went to Homer and
Yeah,
we didn't really know a whole lot about the bear stuff. So we had planned a bunch of day trips, and the fog was so bad that we only got out one day. It was in the middle of the day and we had a couple hours. And so it kind of left like a bad taste in our mouth because we didn't get all the stuff we wanted, and we
yeah,
were
yeah.
anticipating, these amazing bear encounters. And so we went back again that next year, and I think that's just kind of what ignited a fire, like for Alaska especially.
Yes, yes. That's kind of what happened to me too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, audience. I'm trying to get their pictures up. Something is malfunctioning. So I'm going to get these pictures up, but because I want to show your wolf so badly. So, but I had to do that too. I had to go to kind of do a second trip because some of the things I wanted to see in my first trip didn't happen. And so it was just really important to me to like get back and try it again, and redo it. So it just shows you, like, sometimes things aren't the way you want them to be, but just keep trying. Just keep
Yeah.
trying. Yeah. So let me try this one more time. I don't know why it's not working, so we're just gonna roll with it. There it is. There it is. Okay. I'm not sure what was happening, but okay. So this is This is Alaska. What part of Alaska is this?
That's in Hallow.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Look at that rim light.
Well, that night was really special. I think we were surrounded by, what was it, 7 or 11 bears?
Yeah. At like 360 surrounded by bears in the middle of the tidal flats.
Mhm.
All of them fishing, doing a variety of different things, variety of different distances from us, just beautiful scenery, so serene. The spiritual connection that you have with those bears is so special. Practice bear safety always, but those bears are different. It is different.
Yes.
And such a unique experience that you can have there. It will ruin you for
Yes.
air photography everywhere else. So, buyer beware. But
Yes. I think Hallow just seems like a sacred ground to me. Just visiting this year, it was like, oh wow, there are bears everywhere. Like you can look and there are bears everywhere, and then just the experiences with them. So what time of day is this?
Was it like 10:30 or 11 at night?
Oh wow, that's great. That is beautiful. And so that's bear camp, and that's the advantage of bear camp, right?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. You can come out early in the morning, stay out late at night. That's
That might
nice.
be pretty cool too. I was kneeling in the water and I think, I don't know, we'll call it 5 to 10 feet. I had a bear walk from me. So it's a pretty cool moment.
Yeah. So this is your shot, Doug, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you guys. How did you decide to share images with me and who got to share what? So you didn't tell me whose was whose. We're going to figure this out. So this is Doug's shot and it's beautiful. It is gorgeous. I didn't stay out late because a storm came in to Hallow, and so we had to leave in the afternoon. So I didn't get a late night there, but someday. The rain was
Pat and
too much.
Jackie guarantee gorgeous weather when you go to bear camp. So
Yes, I know. We were messaging with them while we were there because our boat went and tucked in somewhere else, and they were telling us about the winds and everything. And I'm like, oh man, it's so hard. It's so hard, but it's worth it. So here's I want to hear this story. And I know Philip Scrimshaw asked you guys on Instagram, like he wanted to hear this story too about this wolf. So if you're watching and if you're listening and you can't see the screen, it's a beautiful coastal wolf in the water. Erika, is this your image?
this one is Doug's image as well. Was you're sitting next to each other and I flip back and forth through my pictures probably 30 times and I don't have this leg posture.
Oh, interesting.
So it's just one of those weird angle things that I don't have, and we're sitting next to each other. So the rest of the group is in a different area out in the water. So they're how far away from us?
100 yards, maybe.
100 yards away from us. We're sitting in a blind in the middle of the water, just Doug and I. Philip is 100% correct. Freezing in the water as the sun is setting. So getting colder by the minute. And
yes,
where we're sitting, the blind is only probably 3 feet tall. So we have to stay down in the water.
oh goodness, that's a lot for you, Doug.
Yeah, the wolves and bears there are not used to humans. We're not in Hallow, so they're not used to humans, and so you just have to be still, be quiet, all the rules. I'm using rules loosely. But so we're sitting in the water, waiting for anything to come out, not moving, and literally I'm sitting there. My teeth are chattering. I look back at Doug, and our camera bags are on 2 camp chairs that are in the blind with us, and we're sitting in the water. And I look back at Doug and I said, I got to get my jacket out of my bag. Like I've reached that point of freezing cold. So I start scooting on my butt, not wanting to get up. And Doug whispers to me, no, the wolf just came out. And the thought that goes through my head is, you're such a liar. You're just trying to not get me to move. But he was not lying. There is the wolf across from us coming out. So I got comfortable again, and really quickly you heat up in a moment that.
Yes.
And sure enough, this wolf came out, did a bunch of fishing over by the rest of the group. And we're sitting there going, no, come by us. Come over
yes, we're freezing. We've waited.
And then sure enough, the wolf just meanders over to us and the sun comes out, the skies part and everything, is perfect. And this wolf walks by us, turns around, walks by again. And it's just, the expression on his face was just, he didn't know what we were. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
we're
it looks like that.
in the middle of the
Curious. Yeah.
water. We got blobs behind us in our camera bags. And all I can feel is at this point, Doug is behind me somewhere and I'm sitting in the water and I just hear him saying, don't move, don't move, don't move, I think is what you're saying. And he's sliding his lens around my head as the wolf is coming around in front of us. And so he's not using me as a tripod, but essentially
Yes,
using
yes, yes, yes.
sliding around me to get his shot as well. So,
Oh my goodness. I'm thinking of like just hearing the story, I can feel like my heart rate is getting a little like, wow, because that's a dream moment. And I'm thinking of like when I interviewed Dee Webb, she was talking about taking a deep breath before you shoot and like calming down. But in those kinds of moments, could you stay calm or were you shaking or how did it feel?
We just kept talking to each other, so I think we were pretty calm.
yeah.
It does feel like the days when you first visited Yellowstone to now, there is something that kind of helps you stay calm. I think it must be the practice, the experience, and doing it over and over. There is something about it. Yeah.
What was hard after that is like, oh, should we sit here for a while longer and see what else happens? Or like, got the thought you're hoping for, like, is it time to just go? And
Right, right. How do you leave? It's so true. It's so true. So, and then you've also visited Patagonia.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a big year for sure.
I know.
So,
I was going to say, speak of like just seeing amazing things. Let's see if this works. Yes, it does.
yeah.
Get that a little bit bigger. Wow. Look at that look. Wow. So tell me a little bit about how did you plan for that, Doug, and research it for people that want to go? Like, how did you start that?
I can't take any credit for researching this, but Kate and Adam did all the.
Okay, so you went with car photography, Kate and Adam Rice.
They did all the
Yeah.
hard work.
Yeah.
And this came out of we go to Yellowstone every winter and do a snow coach trip. And meet up with Kate and Adam.
Some of
our good friend Jim was with us.
I thought you were with Jim this past winter. Yeah.
And at the dinner table that evening, we were talking about trips, and I don't remember if it was Kate and Adam but we were talking about Patagonia, and we're like, let's do it. And so they asked us if we put it together, would you guys go? And we're like, committed right now.
Wow, that was easy. And so whose shot is this? Whose image is this?
This one's mine.
Okay, this is Erika's. And I don't even know how that would feel. I've never seen a mountain lion in the wild. So I've never seen one.
It's
So
kind of
you're
like bears in Alaska down there.
Yeah, down there they were like bears in Alaska.
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
Trip was another very cool experience. It's my understanding that it's a very unique time right now with the population of mountain lions being quite high and their food source being pretty abundant, at least right now. And so they're kind of everywhere. And so they're a lot like the bears in Alaska. We had an excellent guide and tracker and guides and tracker. And so the whole experience was incredible. We definitely did it right with all of the people that we were with.
Yeah.
And so could not strike out when we were there.
That's so cool.
Day was just right on the action, and we got so many it was difficult to pick which puma shot was going to represent the trip, but this one was a lot of fun.
It's gorgeous.
And following this particular cat, and right after this shot was taken, she leaped and ended up catching a hare in these rocks
right in front of us.
Right in front of us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whew. Speaking of a hare, didn't you guys see a rabbit crossing a hare, snowshoe hare or something, crossing the river in Yellowstone?
Yeah.
We did.
I thought so. That was really, and Jim was with you for that, right?
He was. Scott, Jackie, and Jenny, who's with us here tonight. So
that was so interesting. I was like, what? I had to like scroll back. What am I seeing? That was crazy. So
So I
if you guys could pick your favorite lens in Alaska and then your favorite lens in Patagonia, what did you use most?
um me, I would say the 400,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
TC.
Yeah. Did you have the teleconverter like a 1.4 or 2 on it? What did or no?
The 400 with the built-in
Oh,
tele.
I'm so sorry. You're Nikon shooters. I forgot. The lowly Canon girl. I forgot that you have to have it. Yes, yes. I know. I just discussed this with Amy Ames. It's like, oh yes, I don't have a built-in teleconverter. I forgot. So yeah, that would be perfect there. That'd be perfect. Is that the same for you, Erica? Did you think?
I love that lens
Yeah.
everywhere I go.
Yeah.
I love that lens.
Yeah. I'm in love with mine too. Even if it is Canon, I do love it so much. It's hard to like shoot with. I tried to take a 200 to 800 with me to Vancouver Island to do whales, and I was too spoiled. I couldn't. It was just like, no, I can't handle this thing. It's too cheap. It doesn't have weatherproofing. It can't get focus. It's not sharp. You're just spoiled.
Next
I'm
year,
very grateful to be spoiled by that.
we'll be back in bear camp next year again.
Mhm.
Previous comments about thriving in bear camp and Scott and Jackie guaranteeing me great weather again.
Yeah.
And so I would love to challenge myself to use my 100 to 400 more and get
Yeah.
way more of the environment in the picture. It's such a beautiful, beautiful place, and it's impossible to capture.
It
Uh,
is.
that 400 is so tempting to always use.
I know. I know. I felt like sometimes I had too much lens, and I know some people that are switching to like a 100 to 300 and that is a little bit better. But still, like I did use my 100 to 500 too, so that I could get some environmental, but I really did not reach for like a 24 to 70 or any of that, because that's almost too wide. But yeah, some of those, the backdrop is so gorgeous in those settings that you have to capture some of that. Yeah. We were in Kukak, and so it had some big rock formations coming out. So it's to get like mama and a cub with the rock formation behind them and stuff, it felt like you were just like in a different world. It was so beautiful. So beautiful. I can't wait to go back. I want to go back every year. So, and then you have roots shooting in the Tetons and Yellowstone. So I was going to show your fox photo.
Yeah. Eat your heart out, Isaac. He's so talented, and he sets the bar pretty high for fox.
Oh, this is gorgeous. Everyone, you can see this is a beautiful red fox with just this gaze that's gorgeous. He's like, what is that? He looks like Ben Stiller and what is it, Zoolander?
Oh, yes. That'd be a great caption.
He's modeling for us.
This one is my photo, and this is a great example of us being super close to each other and having very different photos in this experience.
Yeah. So this is Tetons, and it looks winter. Is it fall or winter?
This was when we were there the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
So this
we
was
were talking about that before we got on, like how the winter photography is really fun there in between, and it gets a lot quieter. And maybe we shouldn't say this on the podcast. Never mind. No, it's horrible. It's horrible. We don't like shooting there in the winter. No. I got to do one like that was all curled up this year. It was so pretty, just watching it sleep and then wake up and stretch and all of that. It was so cool. And do you have go-to lenses for Yellowstone and Tetons? Is it the same? Still the same. The same, yeah. Are you guys Z8, Z9, both?
Z9s.
Z9, yeah. Okay, yeah. So if you could tell people one place in the greater Yellowstone ecosystem to skip and one place that they had to go to, what would you pick? You can each have different ones too.
What about seasons? I would skip like summer.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
We've been the last 3 winters, and winter to me by far is like the time to go.
I agree. I mean, but we're not saying that on the podcast, but yes. In Yellowstone, it's more controlled though, because there's only certain ways to go in. So it's not going to get crowded. But Erica, do you feel the same way? Are there places that you skip or?
I do. And you're, to be clear, you're going to suffer in the winter. It is extremely cold. I mean, I think we posted pictures of in the promo of how I look in the wintertime, and I look like a marshmallow because I dress like a marshmallow.
Absolutely, yes. You can't care. You can't care in the winter.
No, if
No.
your arms can touch your sides, you're doing something for sure.
So are there places you would skip?
I don't know.
No, she loves it all.
I'm
I can think of a place in the Grand Tetons, in the Grand Teton National Park that I would skip, that I do skip.
Ooh, what
I,
do you say?
I stay away from Jenny Lake and the boat.
Oh,
That, even though I do find things at Moose Ponds, which is in that popular section,
Yeah.
and there has been a mountain lion there when I've been there before,
yeah.
out
Okay.
where crowds and kids are going up and down that popular loop. A girl came out of a side hike or path, shaking and crying. Yeah, and it had been right inside like a side path coming down from Moose Ponds, right off Jenny Lake. Yeah.
Wow.
So we heard something. We heard it, but we thought it was like, we just thought it honestly sounded like a lawnmower or something in the distance. But then she came out shaking and crying. So I'm like, okay, there are mountain lions right here with tourists. But so I do try to skip that area, but
I don't know if Doug would say he would skip it, but when we are there, he wants to skip it. Is Moose Wilson Road.
yeah,
I love Moose Wilson Road.
it's changed a lot. It's changed a lot.
No, you're
Yeah.
not going to get the greatest pictures, but like in our very beginning photography days,
Oh
we
yeah.
got stuck in some awesome bear jams where we were
Yeah.
in we didn't cause the bear jam, but we were in
Right.
primo spots in the bear jam.
Yes.
Um, and so I always hope for that again, where somebody else has caused the bear jam and we're like, oops.
I know. And it's always like you're hopeful. You're always hopeful. And then now it's like hopes just get dashed.
Yes, that
Except I thought that, and last year, this time of year, we came up in the like early morning, the sun's not even up yet, and Hoback was standing right there. Yeah. And got to see him chase a female. And I mean, I couldn't get any pictures, but still then it tricks you like something was on Moose Wilson.
Mhm. Yeah.
Coming back.
Yeah.
But I stay in Wilson, so I have to go that way usually. So it is like, but after a while, I'm like, it's changed since all the construction, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So I was kind of nerding out this week, and I was listening to a lot of interviews, and I found one with the travel host and writer Rick Steves,
Okay.
the PBS guy, and he was talking about how everyone's traveling more than ever now, but most of them are going for the one Instagram spot, or like he'll go to places even in Europe, and they're like building new platforms just for Instagram people to stand so that they won't block roads and things. So I do feel like we kind of are doing that to our parks, but I also feel like our community, he said that people are traveling, but they're not going for transformational travel anymore. So I thought about our community, and I just think that we do go for transformational travel. And so I'm wondering like how you see that in the community, or how we see kind of the pros and cons of that. I don't know. That's a big question. What do you think, Erika?
I think so I think I would go back to bear camp, the night that we had in the middle of Hallow Bay when all the bears are around us. We've had a lot of moments on every trip, I think, when there's this moment when you are just standing around or sitting around, soaking it in, and your camera's not up in the air. And I think those are the really special moments when you're just absorbing in the moment and taking it in and appreciating it for how special and unique it is. And
Yeah.
these are places that we may or may not ever get back to again. I mean,
Yeah.
when we were in Patagonia, we had moments when there were no cameras up in the air. And I know that I have moments when it's like, when you just can appreciate that I might never get back to this very special place again, or meet these very special people who, live in these places again. And
Yeah.
think it's important to have just a quick beat, at least, of those reflection moments.
Yeah. I remember a few years ago, I was doing a moose workshop with Steve, and it was pouring snow, and we had this big bull moose in front of us. And, you know, it was pouring so much that my camera was having trouble, a little bit of trouble. But I put it down for a minute, and Steve was like, "Why are you shooting?" I'm like, "Because this is so beautiful. I just want to take it in just for like 60 seconds. Like, it's just so gorgeous." And I think part of it is like it changes us and also creates a motive within us. Like, our motive, hopefully, anymore isn't the great Instagram shot. Of course, we want to create good work. But there is a different motive now. Like, we want to keep these places safe. We want to keep these places clean, keep these people, and, you know, these animals protected. Like, I see people transforming in that way. And that is so interesting. And also, I want to support other people, like you were saying. And that to me is transformational. When Instagram is more than just the numbers, it's the people, and the places are more than just like an Instagram shot, you know? So I feel like that is definitely happening. I felt like that with your story, that I can see that definitely in the way that you're building community and friends and their images. And I also wondered, like, when you're shooting together, do your images change in the way that, do you see changes in the way that you bring like feeling or mood to them? Like, do your feelings, the way you're changing each other, you know, I mean, do the feelings look different in each photo? Like, whatever you were feeling looks a certain way when you take that photo? Or, because you know how we talk about how images feel sometimes. So that was a long rambling question. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just
I don't
wondering
have any feelings, so my photos don't have any feelings.
that. I thought you might say that, Doug.
One single
You're like,
feeling.
I'm the researcher. My photos are logical. They do have feelings. I've seen them. They definitely have mood. Yes. I'm just wondering if you each bring your own personality to your photos, is what I mean.
But for sure. I
Yeah.
think we both have definitely slightly different editing styles, for sure.
Mhm.
I think Doug is way more talented than I am. He is he
Look, he lets you say it. He's like,
he's so talented and puts so much effort into every photo that he's working on, and he's such
yeah,
a critic on himself, and I really appreciate that about him.
yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I think we definitely take different, you know, and I'll have him look at one of my photos and be like, "What do you think? What do I need to tweak?" And a rhetorical question sometimes. Like that.
But it's good to have your own style and your own way and your own artistic expression. So it's really good. Do you feel like, Doug, that this helps you like relieve stress? Is this hobby?
Uh,
Or does it create more stress?
actually getting out and taking photos, I think really sometimes, you know, like the challenge of getting to places is stressful and things like
Yeah,
that.
that's very
But
true.
overall photography is definitely
Yeah.
a stress reliever.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. Because sometimes the anxiety to get somewhere is a lot for me.
Yeah.
And then once I get there, I'm okay. You know, when I was on this last Alaska trip and there was a dog, I was so happy. I was so happy because
Oh,
it's like, oh, a stress reliever. That's good. That's really good for an anxious person. But I don't know. So I want to know what this Twizzler thing is.
Oh, it's very important, Jen.
So
So,
what is it? What do you call it? What do you do? Everybody
so
get your Twizzlers ready.
get your Twizzlers ready. It's called Twizzling. We have
Okay.
to shout out Jim because he is the one that coined it.
Yes. Is this Jim Schuler? Jim?
Schuler, yes.
Yes.
So he's the one that coined it. So we cheers Twizzlers on our trips, sometimes multiple times a day, because it's for good luck. So if the day
Oh,
not going as planned, then we have to just keep twizzling until the day turns around. So we twizzle at the start of every day for a trip, sometimes multiple days, but we always cheers Twizzlers for good
I
luck.
love it. I love it. Twizzlers are kind of my travel candy. And then like they were since junior high. Like it was my little thing. So when you said Twizzlers, I'm like, I'm so down. I'm down with that.
they're
We are
healthy.
They're very healthy. I mean, there's no fat. Right? It's just sugar. So
twizzling
let's
together.
twizzle. I
Here.
can't eat it because then I can't talk, but I will eat it. I know my husband asked me, is that package going to last today? You never know. You never know. You never know. So if you have questions for Doug and Erika, please put them in the Q&A. We've talked about a lot of fun stuff tonight. If you have questions about Alaska or Patagonia or Yellowstone, Tetons, where else have you guys have been other places, haven't you? Am I missing one?
California,
California, Wisconsin, owls, and your favorite, Doug, is great gray owl. We didn't talk about that, but your favorite's great grays, right?
Yeah,
One of your favorites. Yeah, yeah. I've only had 2 opportunities, so I'm hoping for more. Do you get those in Wisconsin?
No, we go up to Minnesota.
Yeah, yeah. It was like such a big eruption or whatever this last year, and people wanted me to come up, and I'm like, I can't make it possible. It was so tempting, so tempting.
Well, now you'll have to come with us, Jen.
Yes,
swing by and then ride with us on the way.
yes, because I don't like driving that far by myself, so I'm still chicken about driving. There's a whole thing behind it I could tell someday, but it's mainly because I'm a funeral director's daughter, and so there's a lot of catastrophic thinking, which is really weird. Pardon?
4 or 5 years ago, I went every weekend for like 7 or 8 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Slept after work and drove up till 2 in the morning and photographed and then came home the next day.
Oh my goodness. See, I feel like I just can't do that. I'm too scared. I'm too scared to drive by myself. Oh, I've got to get over some stuff. I know. Doug, I want to hear about this photographic memory. Can you give us an example?
Like I don't need directions a lot of times. I'll remember trees and things like that. So it's all good.
From like one time?
What's that?
Just from one time or?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. My husband's like this too.
Faces on Instagram, that's super handy whenever we go someplace new, because we'll drive by somewhere and he'll be like, that's so-and-so from Instagram. And I'll ask, have we met that person? No, I just remember them from Instagram.
I know. I said to you guys, I can't believe, I think maybe our paths have crossed. But we probably were out at the same time, and Doug was probably like, just a second.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me go through the Rolodex. Nope. I haven't seen you. Yet. All right. Well, I know that Maureen Matson asked me a question, and she was wondering, like, what do you want to learn next? What are your goals learning next? Or maybe there's a skill you want to learn, or editing, something that you just have in mind.
Editing for sure.
Editing.
So since we both have full-time jobs, I am very careful to keep photography in the fun, something that I enjoy category.
Yes.
And we're both on our computers all day, every day. And so having to spend more time on the computer, even if it's for something that I enjoy, is something that's really difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
So I don't dedicate as much time as I should and would like to mastering the art of editing and learning more about that. And so when it comes time to edit my photos, I don't know nearly as much as I should. So just imagine the possibility.
Yeah. I was feeling that exact same thing today, because it's like, I just sat here for an hour going through one little card of photos. Like, I haven't even gone through all my Alaska or Vancouver Island photos. It's like, and then you just feel bogged down by it a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't even really know what's there, Yeah. And like, it could take so much time. So
Art are pretty inexpensive when it comes to what is worth more, my time to go through these photos or just buy another hard drive, and that's tomorrow's problem.
I know, isn't that true? Time is valuable. Time is very valuable. So let me see. We have another question in the Q&A. Do they do any video with their Z9s? That's from Mike. He wants to know about video.
I think when we were in Alaska this last trip, we started doing a little bit more, and that was really cool, actually, because I haven't done much with it.
Yeah. I did video too, and then it just sits on the card.
So Jen Fogel and Jackie do so much video, and it is so inspiring. And so just sitting next to them, they make it look so easy. Like I could do this. Just, pop on the video. As long I've carried my tripod this whole way and keep carting that thing around with me. So certainly I can make video happen. And it's a really hard learning curve. So I'd love to do more video. But again, we've barely mastered photography. I don't know
I
if
feel
we
the same.
mastered it.
I feel the same. It's daunting, but they are both so inspiring.
Yes.
And then Carl wants to know what bucket list trip is now at the top of your list after all of those other wonderful experiences.
Depends on which of us you ask.
Yes. Okay, Erika, what do you think?
So I think what's next on that we haven't booked yet, so I'll say that is Svalbard, or polar bears and all the other things that come with it.
Yes, yes, that's a big one. That's a lot of research.
I think polar bears are on my list too, but I think we have different opinions on where we want to go for them.
So you think Churchill, or what do you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind I think Churchill.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you're gonna have to battle it out. You're gonna have to like do a Twizzler battle. Instead of the touch, you have to battle it out. But I've had a couple people on recently that have just done those trips, actually 3 people, and the Svalbard one, and they said it's a lot of planes, trains, and automobiles. Like, it's a lot of travel and a lot of logistics have to come together, but worth the payoff. So it is like that's a big bucket list. I think Carl, if he can tell me in the chat, but I think he's headed to bear camp not next summer, but the next. I think I've seen him commenting on that, but I think he's doing that soon. Yeah. So, are you guys ready for the speed round?
Ready.
You're ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can still put questions in the Q&A. Yeah. People are saying definitely Churchill for polar bears. So.
Come on, Cheryl. Whose side are you on?
I know people are gonna have opinions. Which side are you on, Erika or Doug? Team Erika, Team Doug. Okay, so you can still ask questions in the Q&A if you like, but we're gonna move on to the speed round. So, what's in your camera bag that you can't do without?
I'll go first. So my camera bag's pretty simple. It's just my camera and my lens. So I don't really have anything extra in there that I wouldn't leave. Yeah,
you can do that. So you don't have like any lens wipes or anything in there?
I guess I have like a small pouch where it's all organized.
Yeah.
But Doug will bring the minimum that is he's such a minimalist versus if I can fit more, I'm bringing more. I'll pick up my bag and be like, what do you have in here? We got to get rid of some of this stuff. This is ridiculous. Which I do. I appreciate once we're walking through the airport and it's really getting back. And so I do think about that. But I think the one thing, it's not camera related, that's in my bag that I always throw in at the last second, that I'm always happy, is hat and gloves. No matter where you go, what the temperature is, throw in the hat and gloves. You'll never be sorry. I always need a hat and gloves, even when I think I'm not going to need it in some of these places.
Yep. It's so true. It's so true. I know I took my winter hat out of my bag for Alaska, and that was not smart. I did have a ball cap, but it was smart because last year when I went, it was sunny the whole week. So I was like, okay. All right. What's something in your camera bag that you bought, but you never use?
I have multiple tripods and I carry around my tripod with me constantly. And I struggle to get it out. I'm working on getting it out and using it more, but I love using my knee. I love laying down on the ground. I don't like to be tied down.
I'm the same way. I spent tons of money on this thing and it's in the corner of my playroom here.
Yeah, it's heavy and I cart that thing around everywhere I go.
I know. And even when I went to get a haircut, the lady said, I can see like where some hair is ripped out back here. And I'm like, so I'll take the tripod off my shoulder and it's like, there's hair. I'm like, come on, somebody invent something. Somebody. I know. I was wondering how you got that to Alaska with the weight limit. How do they do that? Oh, never mind. Okay, we have a question.
We brought little like 6-inch tripods.
Yeah.
Turned it out to be like 15 inches, and those are pretty good.
They did work pretty good.
Okay.
So they did work with the weight limit.
Yeah.
Okay. Carl says he's booked for the Aleutian Bear and Wolf Camp in 27 with Scott and Jackie. What can he expect?
The host is wild. You'll love him. Host, not Scott and Jackie are amazing and wonderful. That's not who I'm talking about. The host that owns the property is wild, and you will love him. He's a character.
Oh, interesting.
Straight up.
Straight up,
Is that what he says all the time?
all the time.
It's his catchphrase.
Catchphrase. So
There's money.
Carl, right off the boat, if you start saying catchphrase, he's gonna love you from the jump. So you'll love that. Otherwise, it's a great experience. You'll have you have a chef there, you have cooked meals, you
Nice.
sleep under a roof. The bears, like I said, the bears and wolves are not used to people, so you are not in Hallow anymore. As Scott would say, these are real bears.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is cool. Very cool. And then we'll go back to speed round. Favorite snack while editing or driving around finding things, but I knew those were Twizzlers were involved. So other than Twizzlers,
I'd say Pringles, and I like peel and pull Twizzlers.
oh, I know that was interesting because there are like camps for Twizzlers for licorice too. So
Red vine people will
will come
at you if you say
that's true. I know. I am the, what is it called? The twist. I don't like the peel.
Yeah.
I can't. Only the twist.
I prefer-
Strawberry, not cherry.
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah. Erica, what do you think about what's your snack when editing or driving around?
Sour gummies specifically.
Yeah.
Sour
Those
gummies.
are good. Yeah.
Sour Patch Kids, anything sour.
Yeah.
If it gets some sugar bumps in your mouth, that's what it is.
Then it's good. Okay. So do you have a favorite photographer, author, artist, book that inspires you? Or maybe more than one?
I'd say Steve Mathis is my favorite photographer. I just like, he's like very simple, but like very creative, and I like clean.
Yeah.
That stuff he does.
I was telling you guys before that we mentioned him probably every other podcast, and that he's gonna have to start paying me. Now he's gonna pay you guys too. Okay, Erica, what do you think?
He does so much with like the everyday animals and makes them so interesting.
Who did you say again?
Steve does.
Oh, Steve. Okay, yes.
With the everyday animals that I think I think it's so hard to pick just one. There are so many
so many
out there. It would be truly impossible to.
Yeah. I was actually reading David Duchamn's book again this week, Light, Space, and Time. And he was saying it's not necessarily the subject, but the subject matter. And so both of them are like that, where they can take an ordinary subject and make it, the subject matter is the mood that you feel or the mood that they create. And I'm like, oh yeah, they both do that. They're good at that. Yeah. So it's inspiring to me to try to think that way, switch it up a little bit. Yeah. So is there a moment in the wild that made you laugh?
We've got a good one for you, Jen. I did not preview this with you, so. So my best moment in the wild story that makes me laugh, the second I start thinking about it, is we were winter in Yellowstone. We were all in a snow coach. We had pulled off the side of the road to go photograph a great gray. Our snow coach driver's in the vehicle. Doug was finished getting his amazing shots, so he left the rest of the group early and was sitting in the snow coach with the driver. In the meantime, another second snow coach had pulled up, and that driver let his people out. Everybody's photographing minus Doug. It's the important part. So Doug and our snow coach driver are in the vehicle. The second driver comes into our snow coach and apparently says, "Hey, do you guys have any good snacks?" Right?
Yeah.
And so, not realizing that Doug is sitting in the front seat. So Doug says, "Yeah, I've got some Twizzlers in my bag in the back." So that snow coach driver goes, Jenny knows where I'm going. So the snow coach driver from the other vehicle goes into the back seat and is digging through Doug's bag to get the Twizzlers. In the meantime, I walk onto the bus with Jenny and the rest of our group, and I walk onto the bus and I see this
Oh no.
person who I don't know digging through Doug's backpack. And I say, can I help you? And she goes, yeah, I'm just looking for some snacks. Doug is silent. The snow coach drivers, nobody's saying anything. They're just letting me handle this.
Oh no.
So I say, that's my husband's bag. Like, I'm thinking this, clearly she's digging in the wrong bag. She thinks that they must have some mutual bag of snacks that all the drivers. So I said, that's my husband's bag. And she goes, yeah, I'm just looking for some snacks. Again, not a peep from the front row.
They're watching reality TV in fold behind them.
Right. So I joke that like they're ready for like me and this poor girl to come to blows over digging in Doug's bag over some Twizzlers. So then Doug finally says, I told her to. I'm like, well, thanks for chiming in now. 5 minutes, So
I'm like, I'm trying to protect you.
Yes, exactly. I've got this guy digging in my husband's bag. Like, what's happening?
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to protect my man. Yeah. Now, so
I did not know there was reality TV shows, filming in Yellowstone in the winter.
Like, it's so nice and super chill, but like never did she say they told me to go dig in this bag. So
oh no.
Of miscommunication and Doug not letting me know that he had given this direction to her.
Well, you said it's interesting. Like he's maybe the quiet one. You're the fun one. He was just sitting back, waiting to see what you were gonna do.
I know he loves to let my Italian nature.
Oh yes.
Up every once in a while.
Oh yes, I have the same thing except red hair. My husband does the exact same thing. He'll be like, "Let's just watch and see how this goes." And I'm like, "Why? Why did you do that to me?"
Everyone else is pure entertainment.
Oh yes. Oh goodness. Well, what about a wildlife experience that touched your soul? We've talked about one or two, but do you have another one?
Oh, do you have one?
Definitely that wolf this year I thought was really cool.
Yeah. I mean, that looking straight in the eyes of a wolf.
We had a bear in Hallow last year come over probably like 20 feet from us and just lay down and start nursing in front of you. And that's one of those instances where you just put the camera down and kind of enjoy that. And stuff like that was super special. I felt like that.
Yeah. I had that too this year, and everybody's heard the story on the podcast, but like she was so close to us, lays down, that they all start nursing, and that motor hum that they do is so, but I was sobbing. I couldn't stop. Like I couldn't stop it myself. It was just like, it was so embarrassing, but I was trying to stop it, and the tears were going, and my throat was like having this like guttural noises coming out. I'm like, oh my gosh, stop, like trying to hold my camera. And I took video, and you can hear me like sniffing. Like, oh gosh. But there's just something about it that is so special. Yeah, it's so special. And again, we were talking about it, like how transforming this craft, this hobby, this profession is. It's more than just a tool. It really is about changing our lives and experiencing such amazing things out there. So
anytime those wild animals allow you to get so close to them, or they come so close to you, it just really feels so special that they feel safe in your presence.
Absolutely. And as we were leaving, and I'm sure you guys feel the same, we were just so grateful. There's just gratitude of thankful that you're there, thankful to that animal, and like just so thankful for the experience. You just can't help it. And that's what is a big theme on this last year has been joy and gratitude. Everyone says that. There's just something about it. Yeah. So what do you guys have planned for the rest of this year? This year's gone by fast. You've had a big year.
I know, we're not done yet.
I was going to say, what's coming up?
I think we're going back out to the Tetons around Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Got a snow coach planned for February?
Yep.
January, February.
Oh, nice. That'll be good.
See where things go from there.
See where things go. I know that's what my year was. I kind of did that with this year. I was like, I'll just see where it goes. I'm not going to plan anything. And wow, like things happen. It was really fun. Yeah. So do you have things planned for next year? Like, do you have big, oh, you guys are thinking of Churchill and all those things.
We're definitely going, we already are locked in for Alaska.
Right. That's right.
And
Yeah.
then TBD
on polar bears. That's fun. Things to dream about. Things to dream about. That's really fun. So, okay, I want everyone to know where to find you because I want them to look at your work and see how beautiful it is and see all these adventures we're talking about. So, Erika, where can people find you?
Instagram primarily.
Mhm.
I do have a website,
Mhm.
but primarily on Instagram's the best spot.
Okay. And what is your handle?
Erika Rettig Photography.
Okay. And then Doug, what about you?
Instagram.
Okay.
And mine is Doug_Rettig.
Okay. And I will put that in all the show notes so people go and follow them and look at their work and look how beautiful it is. And if you want one of their images as a print, I'm sure they'd be happy to sell you a print.
Be honored.
I know, honored to show their beautiful work. And so I also would like to thank Robert's Camera again for sponsoring this so that we can be sitting here together and talking. And please say thank you to Doug and Erika for joining us tonight in the chat. And also go and find Wildlife Conversations on Instagram, Wildlife Conversations Podcast. And you can find me on Instagram as well, Jen L. Ritchie. You can find the podcast on YouTube under my name as well, Jen Ritchie Photography. And please like and share and subscribe and do all that crazy stuff that I hate asking about, but it does really help. So if you guys do that, follow Erika and Doug, and then go follow Wildlife Conversations and do all that stuff. Guys, I'm so thankful to finally meet you guys. I knew it would be fun, and we're going to have to meet in the field and shoot together.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having us.
We should meet with Steve and just like razz him the whole time.
Yes, definitely.
You know how much fun that would be?
Definitely.
It would be so fun. Well, you're welcome. I'm so glad you joined me, and I hope everybody joins me on the next. We're going to take a little break over the next couple weeks, but then on October 14th, I'm hoping that John Kuiper is going to join me. Jen Hadley is coming up, and then Susan Winfrey for October. So we're going to have fun. It's going to be a big month. So I'm headed out west soon. So we're taking a little bit of a break.
For you.
A little break. Yeah. So hopefully some great images are coming, hopefully, and great transformational moments. That's what's important.
That's awesome.
Okay. Thank you, Erika. Thank you, Doug. It was so great being with you guys.
Thank you. Great to be here.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.